Hi, my name is Sunday. In this video, I'll be talking about you can apply for Italian citizenship without B1 exam. So, to those people who really want to apply for Italian citizenship, who are belonging to apply for Italian citizenship, of which there's something that have been hindering them ever since Salvini introduced the law of this exam that people need to have it. So, ever since many people have been unable to apply for Italian citizenship. So in this video, we're looking at what do you need to do, how to apply for Italian citizenship without that exam, B1 exam. So we'll be looking at it inside this video. And as well, to those people who maybe they have not gotten their citizenship as well. So possibly there's another thing that's also coming in the pipeline. It's coming in the pipeline. It's being debated now in the parliament regarding that of the children. So our children, those who don't have citizenship yet, or they don't have documents, there's debate that is going on now in the parliament, of which, if it's been passed by God's grace, then citizenship will be given to any children that are in Italy here that have maybe crossed the circle of 5 years. That one is another video on its own. So we're coming up with that video for people to understand that one. Also, pray towards it for it to be accepted or approved in the parliament. So, but right in this video, it's all about the B1 or B1 exam. What do you need to do about it, and how do you need to apply for Italian citizenship without it? But first, I would love you to give this video a thumb up by clicking the like button. For those ones that are not subscribed to Sonoro TV or that are not following me on Facebook page, please do follow and also subscribe. And when you subscribe, make sure you click the notification bell so whenever I upload any new videos or information, you will know. Now let's get started. So B1 exam or B1 exam. So that is what they require for many people who want to apply for Italian citizenship. But there's another way out. E.g., look at it. This is Carta Soggiorno or EU long-term permits. Many people know it to be limitata, but nowadays they don't call it limitata any longer. So they give it 10 years duration. So now with EU long-term permits, you have right to apply for Italian citizenship without B1 exam. It's unfortunate that there are some CAF or there are some people, even some lawyers, that when someone wants to apply for Italian citizenship that is having this EU long-term permit, they will still be requesting B1 exam from them. So look at your Carta Soggiorno. You find on it this place that is marked red, UE. So any long-term permits or any Carta Soggiorno that has this UE, so with it you can apply for Italian citizenship even if you don't have exam B1 or exam B1. So that is it. So now, how do you go about it? There are many people who want to apply maybe from one resident permit or the other. They don't have EU long-term permit or they have family document 5 years. Now, how do you go about it if you're unable to write that B1 exam? How do you go about it? This is the logic. First and foremost, you need to apply for Carta Soggiorno or EU long-term permits. So with that, the basic, maybe the exam that they need for those ones who are maybe a normal resident permit like 1 year or 2 years, you must have hardware or A2 exam before you can apply for it. But for those ones, especially to those people who are subsidiaries holder, they have that subsidiary 5 years. So if you want to apply for Carta Soggiorno or you want to apply for EU long-term permit, you don't need exam A2. Although it's still unfortunate that some questorers or some maybe some CAF or some lawyers still demand exam A2 from people if they want to apply for Carta Soggiorno. According to law, 5 years asilo or 5 years subsidiary, if they want to apply for Carta Soggiorno, they want to apply for EU long-term permit or illimitata or this 10 years document that everybody know it to be now, you don't need A2 exam. Now, everyone listen very well, specifically for those people that have asilo documents 5 years and also subsidiary document 5 years. If you have asilo document 5 years and subsidiary document 5 years, you don't need A2 exam before you can apply for Carta Soggiorno. But if you have A2 exam as well, there's no problem, you can still use it. But on ground, on paper, on law, you don't need it. So Someone have told me that his lawyer was even telling him that he must need it. So that it is. Some lawyers or some people don't even know the rules that follows those people. That is it. They just use the general rules to make sure every one of them follow through it. So that is it. So those ones who have subsidiary, those who have other documents, before you apply for Italian citizenship, or you have 5 years EU family documents, maybe your husband is the one that gave it to you. What do you need before you apply for Italian citizenship? For instance, maybe you're unable to obtain or to get that exam B honor. First and foremost, convert your documents. Convert the resident permit you have now. That is the easiest way. Convert it to EU long-term permits. That is it. The one they now call this 10 years document. You understand? Convert it to that one. After getting it, then UE will be written on it. So if you have the document or the EU long-term permit with UE, so with that you can apply for Italian citizenship without requiring this B honor exam. So that it is for those ones who, for instance, they still need it. You still got to go and do this if you want to apply for Italian citizenship. Just like maybe you are just here in Italy for just 1 year or 2 years, maybe just new marriage to Italian citizen, and you want to apply for Italian citizenship. Person like you have not reached 5 years in Italy, so you cannot apply for EU long-term permit. To apply for EU long-term permit, you must have been 5 years in Italy. Your residence must have been 5 years, or your stay must have been 5 years in Italy before you apply for EU long-term permit or carta soggiorno. So if maybe you are just 2 years in Italy, but you got married to Italian citizen, person like you need to have B1 exam before you can apply for it, because you are not yet 5 years, and which you are 5 years already in Italy. Then you can apply for carta soggiorno. Then from there, apply for Italian citizenship. So these are some of the ways. Now, for those ones who have carta soggiorno already, look at your carta soggiorno or your EU long-term permit. If it's written UE, with that, you don't need B1 exam to apply for Italian citizenship. So people will still be asking questions upon it. You don't need it. Although if you go to some CAF, that is a problem. You go to some CAF or you go to some place where you want to apply for it, they'll tell you, no, you need it. No, you need it. The thing is, I always tell people, if you go to one CAF, the person maybe is telling you another different thing. The person might not understand some kind of rules or some kind of laws. That is it. So majority of them are just working there in CAF. Or some lawyers are just there. Majority don't know some things regarding documents. So John, I'm telling you, resident permits. That is it. So some don't know some of the rules that are regarding it. So that is it. So what you need to do, I always tell people, go to another CAF. If you go to one CAF, they tell you one story. Go to another CAF. You can't do it in any city. You want to apply for all those type of things. You want to apply for carta soggiorno, or you want to apply for Italian citizenship. It does not necessarily mean that it must be the CAF when they close to your house. It must be the CAF when they your area, that is in your area. No, you can go to any nearby city. The most important thing is that after they have done it online, you are only going to go to your questura in your city or the prefectura in your city where you have residence in any appointment. That is it. You can do it in any CAF. Either you are staying in Rome, you can do it in Torino, for instance. You go over to that side. There's no issue about that. So that is it. So if they tell you one story, one CAF, go to another place as well. And as well, let me also just tip in this one. Those ones who want to apply for carta soggiorno, maybe they are telling you you must have this historical residence. Go and bring it from your commune for them to know how long you have been in it. If you want to apply for carta, so you have saved time without number. If you want to apply for carta soggiorno, it is not your commune residence that they can't. Now, let me categorically state it here. It is not your commune residence that they can't. They can't your stay in Italy. Your stay in Italy, that is what they can't. So, your stay starts from your resident permit. So, when you enter Italy, the first sojourner or the first resident permit that they gave to you, that is when you stay. Only if you want to apply for carta soggiorno. But if you want to apply for Italian citizenship, the rules different. Then, they count from when your commune residence starts counting. So that is your official residence. So the commune residence, which is carta di identità, is the one they count if you want to apply for Italian citizenship. But if you want to apply for carta soggiorno, EU long-term permit, call it any name, illimitata, 10 years document, It is not the common residents, although some CAF people, some lawyers, some people still tell people it is that one, it is that one. It is not that one. For people who have asilo and subsidiary, if you want to apply for Kata Sojourner, EU long-term permit, you want to change your document to document like that, they count or they start counting from when you applied for asylum. When you fill your C3 form, when you applied for asylum, that is when your 5 years starts counting in Italy. That is it. That is the rules and that is the law. Why those also have other resident permit, other type of sojourner, their stay here in Italy starts counting from when they first get their first sojourner, either 6 months or whatsoever type of sojourner. That is where it starts counting. So that is it. So you have to get that one clear. But in this video, we are majorly talking about the B1 or B1 exam. If you don't want it, or maybe you're unable to pass it, you're unable to have that exam, there are other way. And to those ones who have EU long-term permit already, Kata Sojourner, with your Kata Sojourner, it replaces that B1 exam. So you can use it when time comes. You can use it to apply for Italian citizenship. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.